Before I get started, I want to acknowledge, yes, it's ridiculous to wear a giant coat up on stage, but I'm not feeling confident, and this is the closest I can get to wearing a cape and a superhero suit out in public. So I was really excited about the theme for tonight because it reminds me of one of my favorite books, Stranger in a Strange Land. And I'm going to tell you about how I came to discover that book. There's a little preface here, so bear with me. I've spent a lot of my life feeling like an alien, like I was sent here from another planet, not unlike my good friend Kal-El. And really I blame that on reading. For whatever reason, I have a gift where I can read things way above, a child's comprehension when I was young. And, it didn't help when you're out on the playground and everybody's like, I read Little House on the Prairie and it was great. And I'm like, I read a history of NASA twice over the weekend, and I have schematics for an Apollo rocket. Look at this. Isn't it cool? Spoiler alert, it wasn't cool. And it really created a struggle in my family. I remember I vexed an aunt of mine very badly because she said, Orie, stop reading. Go outside. All right, I'll go outside. Just go outside and have fun. Fine. So I went out on the porch, and I set up some of the lawn chairs in a fort, and I sat under it and read. And she came out and said, what are you doing? Doing what you said. I went outside to have fun. That's not what I meant. That's what you said. So, there was always this thing from various family members, from my father, be like, why can't you be like the other kids? But really what they meant is, why can't you be more normal? Except for, God bless her, my mother. I still remember the day where I'm visiting with her. My parents split up at an early age, so I kind of went back and forth a little bit. I'm kind of very dejectedly playing with a couple G.I. Joes outside. Kiddo, what are you doing? I'm playing outside. Okay, why? Well, I'm supposed to. Okay, what do you want to be doing? Well, I want to be reading. I have a lot of good books to read. Okay, you know what? When you're at Mom's house, you read all the fuck you want. I don't care what your father says. In fact, I'm going to go one better. So there was a storage room in this house that her and my grandfather Stanley lived in. And it became the library. I say library, but there were no shelves. There were just plenty of boxes of books. And a little spot we made in the corner where I had a beanbag chair and a little table. And I could go back there and have snacks and read and spend very many happy hours escaping, the world that I found myself in. And for years, my mother said, Orie, there's this book I really want you to read. It's called Stranger in a Strange Land. It's science fiction. I know how much you love science fiction. It's a little different. There's no spaceships, there's no explosions. But I think it's going to answer a lot of questions for you. And I said, okay, Ma, I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it one day. The problem with one day is that eventually you run out of days. So came the day that my mother passed, and I had to go through her things, get everything organized. And I came across her very well-worn and well-loved copy of Stranger in a Strange Land. I said, you know what? I have to read this book now. I don't care if I hate it. I don't care if it kills me to read it. I don't care if I hate this book with the blazing fury of 1,000 suns. I will read this fucking book. And I loved it. I love the story of Valentine Michael Smith, the man from Mars, who came to our world and got people to grok him. Now see, these are two of the big concepts you have to understand from Stranger in a Strange Land. To grok is to understand something so completely that it becomes a part of yourself. The other takeaway you have to think about is sharing water. Now in the book on Mars, of course Mars has very low water, so if you're a Martian and you share water with somebody, they're your family because you're sharing your life with them. And I realized reading this book, that's what I have to do. Yeah, I'm weird. I'm a weird fucking guy, and I'm going to own that. I am going to fly my freak flag on my friggin' pirate ship. I'm going to climb a radio tower and broadcast Weird 101 at 1,000 megawatts of funky power. And after I came to this realization, I realized that the one person I really wanted to say this to, I never could. So I closed the book and I thanked my mother for her last gift to me. I've been through several copies of Stranger in a Strange Land by this point. I wore out her copy. When I wore out her copy, I scavenged thrift shops all over Cleveland and most of Northeast Ohio trying to find the exact edition that she had. And I have a copy that's in slightly better condition now, but not by much. It changed my life. It saved my life, really. So, in closing, it's not exactly a toast, maybe it's more like a benediction. But as our Martian brethren might say, grok deeply, share water, and never thirst.